Hi guys. So for those that have been following this WordPress tutorial, if you'll remember, I left you after editing the two sections of the page, the two top sections, which is this section here and this section. That's where I left you. We were talking about Elementor. Before we move on to the next stage of the WordPress tutorial, I feel that I need to speak to you a bit more about Elementor. There's a lot more to talk about with Elementor. So I'm just going to show you a little bit more before we move on. So we did this top section, and we also did this bottom section here, the section underneath it, sorry. And we spoke about adding this picture in here. Now this picture, if you remember, we talked about, it's called a cover picture because it covers the whole of that section, whereas these pictures down here are inner sections. So these pictures are in inner sections, but this is the cover picture. So how we added that, if you remember, we clicked on the middle of that pink bit there, and then clicked on style, and that was the picture. So we clicked on it and we added the picture from there. So that's how we did that. But I wanted to also go into a lot more in discussion about it, because there's lots more you can do with it. If you click on the middle bit after you've added your picture, if you click on layout, you can adjust the size of that and the width and everything else. As you can see, it's adjusting the width. I want that to cover that screen, so it moves. It covers that whole section there. So there's that, and there's also we've talked about the overlay of how to add the overlay by going into style and clicking on background overlay. You could change the colour of the overlay by going into here. You know, you can change whatever colour you wanted, blue, red, whatever colour you wanted as the overlay, and then. But I just prefer black, to be honest. And then you can change the intensity of the overlay by changing the opacity. So we've talked about that. But I want to talk about intersections because we've not really discussed them. These are your intersections here. Again, this is a cover photo because it's filling that entire section there. So again, if you click on that middle bit, click on style, there's your picture. So you could change that to whatever you wanted to, if you wanted to keep that, of course. And again, if you go into layout, you can change the height of it and the width and everything else, however much you wanted. You know, you can change all that. You can obviously change the text in the intersection by clicking on them. If you don't want the button, again, you could just right click on it and click delete. But I wanted to show you how to add sections because we've not really discussed about adding sections. So for example, underneath this, if you wanted to add a section in between these two sections here, you just click the add sign there, click the add sign, and then this comes up here. So click on add sign again, and you can click on either one, anything you want. These are predefined, but I prefer to build my own. So if you click on that there, like that, and it will bring up this section here. If you can see, it's added another section between them two. Now I want a little bit of a gap between that top section, so I'm going to click on the middle of there like we did before, click on advanced, unlink them, and then just move the top section down, just the top of that section down just a little bit, just to separate it really from that one. And the same with that one that's below it there. So I want to do that as well, to just give it a little bit of a gap between them. Unlink, don't forget to unlink, and then just drop that down a little bit. So they're now all separate sections. Now if you click on the add sign in the middle, it'll bring up all these elements here. Now you can add anything you wanted in there. You could add, for example, if you typed into here, you could add a gallery. So you've got galleries. You could put a gallery in there. That's a Pro because it's got a lock, so it's got a Pro. That's Elementor Pro. That's only available with Elementor Pro, so you can't use that on. But you can use the free one, so you can put that in there. So that's it. You've dragged your gallery into there. So to add your images, you just click on that and put whatever images you wanted in there. Just put a tick in all of them. If you haven't got your images in the gallery, obviously upload them, like we went through earlier on, the process of uploading. So you just put whatever pictures you wanted to the gallery and click on the create gallery. You could put a caption under each one if you wanted to give them all a name of their own captions. And once you've done all that, just click on insert gallery. Now that's inserted your gallery. Now you can style your gallery to how you wanted it. So if you wanted five per row, you could click on 5 per row. You could click on thumbnails, you can change the sizes of them like that. You can change all your sizes. I'd personally click on medium to large, and if you clicked on style, you could change your spacing, custom, so you space between each one. I like to keep it to as minimum as possible. If you clicked on the middle bit in the middle section there, you could change the layout to full width. So columns gap, you could have no gap, or you could make your own gap. Height, you could change the height and vertical line and everything else. So that's one thing you could add. You could also, if you wanted to, add other elements. It's just a case of looking for what you want. So let's click on that and add another one. Click on the add button. I'm going to type into, in fact, what I'm going to do is put an icon box in there. So I'm going to drag an icon box over, drop it into there. Now you've got your icon there, so you could drop that over to the left, to the right, or to the middle. Now I'm going to put it over to the left. You could click on it and change it to whatever colour icon you wanted. Like for example, handshake, something like that. Whatever icon you're looking for, as long as it's in there, you can have it. Once you've done that, you can click on style, change the size of it to whatever size you wanted to. You could rotate it if you wanted to. You could also change the colour. To whatever colour you wanted to. And once you've done that, you could, after that, once you've done that, again, if you click on this box here at the top, it brings back up the elements. So you could drag a title in there underneath your handshake. And again, if you click on the box again at the top, it'll open your elements up, and you could add some text underneath there. So you could put a title in there, and your own text in there. And if you wanted to, click on the box at the top. If you wanted to, you could also put an sorry, I didn't want that. That's a video. So if you wanted to put a video in there, you could do. If you wanted a video in there, I don't want a video in there. So you could take that back out. Sorry, I wanted to drag an image under there. So you could put an image under there, or even a video if you wanted to. You could put a video under there. So these are other things that you can do with Elementor, which is what I wanted to discuss. There's lots more you can do with Elementor. Whatever it is that you're looking for are all down here. So you can mess about with it and put in whatever you wanted to make it your own website, really. And that's about it for Elementor. So the next stage of the website, building the website, will be the contact page. We're going to talk about building a contact form, so your customers or your viewers can contact you through your website. And I'm also going to talk about plugins and especially security, how to stop people hacking into your website, because you'll find that once you've built your website, people will want to hack into it, and they will want to steal it off you and take it over. So we're going to talk about how to stop that from happening. That will be in the next video, so look out for that. If you find it of any use and you like the video, please click on like, and don't forget to subscribe at the bottom. All the links for the further or earlier videos will be below this, so you can follow. If you've not already followed it, you can follow step-by-step instructions on how to create this website. And I'll see you next time. So thanks.